Greetings. You're my Money Matters coach here. Right, and I'm back for part 2. So I didn't know I was going to be back this soon with part 2. But yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so let me find it. Go, baby. All right. Okay, we doing part 2. How am I supposed to go?
Be careful.
So we doing part 2 on the Candlestick Trading Handbook Bible. What's up? So I finally started doing my homework and reading this book. So I was watching the audio last night, and yes, I'm gonna just go through the book. I want to I'm gonna offer this training for the children, so I gotta figure out how I'm gonna teach this to my youth. So this is my test run. Okay, so we on part 2. Part 1 we already looked at the intro, right? And so for the first page, okay, here's the first page. So what is a candlestick, right? A lot of the times when people like looking at their trading charts and stuff, especially on HFX, they use line charts or the bar graph. Well, I like to use Hakanashi candlesticks, right? And so when you put your graph like that, then you see candles that look like this, right? And so most of the time your candles are either green and red, or they might be white and blue, right? You might have different colors, but they all mean generally the same thing. So so the candles are formed when whatever time frame you're on. So if you're on a minute time frame, then the candle going to be produced every minute. If you're on a 5-minute if you're on a 5-minute time frame, then you're going to get a new candle every 5 minutes. And what this happens is if the price is going up, then at the bottom is where the market opens, right? And at the top of the body is where it closed, right? And so you'll have the price jump up and down. And so the lowest point marks where the lowest price was during that time frame, and the upper part shows where the price was the highest that the price went, right? And so likewise, how y'all doing? And so likewise on the other side, if the market is going down, then the candle is going to open at the top and it's going to close at the bottom, right? Okay, so it says if the close, these comments in my way. Okay, if the close above the open, right? If the close is above the open, then we can say that it's bullish. So we got 2 types of markets, right? We got bullish. Bullish means that the market is going up, and bearish means that the market is going down or selling off, okay? And so bullish candlesticks are displayed as the white candle. So in this for these purposes, if it is a buy, if the price is going up, it's going to be a white candle, and if the price going down, it's going to be a black candle. Okay, most trading platforms use a white color to refer to bullish, but the color really doesn't matter, right? Okay, if the close is below the open, then it is a bearish, meaning that the price is falling. Okay, and so I like to change my colors to green for when the price is going up and red for when the price is going down. Okay, right? And so, for example, if you look on this chart, this is from my PO trader, right? And so on here, so on here, this is what the candles look like when you using the Money in Minutes platform, right? So on it, you can see the bodies of the candles and you can see the wicks. Also, if you're using MetaTrader 4 to put in longer trades, then this is what the candles look like right here, right? And this is Bitcoin, so Bitcoin has longer candles, right? So okay, back to the book. So I'm going through the Candlestick Bible. In order to be a successful trader, we have to understand the candles because they are talking to us in a language. All right, so you can find different colors to differentiate the bullish candles, meaning candles that are where the price is going up or when the prices are going down. Okay, so the fill part, the big thick part, is called the body, right? The thin lines above and below are called the wicks. In this book, you might hear them called shadows. So if you ever hear me say shadow, then we're talking about the wick. Okay, and so we have different body sizes. Okay, you have a long body size and a short body size. Okay, and so the body size refers to the buying pressure or the selling pressure. Okay, if it's only a small amount of selling pressure, then you only get a shorter body, and likewise if there's a large amount of buying or selling pressure, then you get a longer body. Okay, and so it says if there is a candlestick where the close is above the open with a long body, then the buyers are strong and they're taking in control of the market. So this is very important for us to know. Okay, longer bodies means that the buyers are taking control of the market, and 9 times out of 10 the market is getting ready to reverse. Okay, and conversely, if the candle open is above the close with a long body, then that means that the sellers are taking control of the market. And so that's important for us to know, because when you go to enter a position, if the sellers are showing up, then you don't want to go in for a buy, right? Because they're about to push the market down. And if the buyers are selling up, then you don't want to go in for a sale because the buyers are about to push the market up, right? So it's important for us to know the meaning of long versus short candlesticks. Okay, and so all right, let's get to this one. Okay, so we have long shadows. Okay, so a shadow is the tail, right? An upper shadow means it's higher than where the price open or close, and a longer shadow means the price is lower than where the price open or close. Okay, so candlesticks with short shadows show that most of the trading action was near the open and close. That means most of the action stayed right there close to the open and close part. Okay, but if it has a longer upper shadow and a short, so if it has a long upper shadow and a short lower shadow, that means the buyers, right, were trying to come in and place higher bids in the market. However, the price still remained around the open and close. Okay, it says, but for one reason or another, sellers came in and drove the price back down as the session got ready to close the price. Okay, if a Japanese candlestick has a longer shadow and a short upper shadow, this means that the sellers came in and were trying to manipulate the market, meaning they pushed the price down. However, it wasn't able to hold when that candle closed. It went back up to the open price. Okay, and so the reason why we are seeing these now is because we want to identify some places in the market where we have some shorter or longer shadows, right? Or shorter and longer candles. So if you look right here, if you see like a little red one and a green one, right? So the green one is kind of a shorter wick and versus the red one, which is longer. Okay. Okay, so during your homework, you're going to be looking for long versus short wicks, okay? And long versus short shadows, okay? Lots of reading. I don't have my other phone, okay? So, since candlestick patterns are one of the most powerful strategies that you can use because they are simple and easy to identify, and you can become very profitable once you learn the language. Okay, so the person who compiled this book personally uses candlestick patterns for more than one reason, right? Okay, candlestick patterns are the language of the market. Okay, so whether you're living in a foreign country, you're still able to learn the language and speak the language of the market. Okay, how could you live if you couldn't even say a word? It would be tough, right? The same thing when it comes to trading. Okay, if you know how to read candlestick patterns the right way, then you will be able to understand what the patterns are telling you about the market and the trader's behavior. Okay, the skill is going to help us know when to enter and exit the market in the right time. Okay, so when you're trading, it's all about the perfect entry, right? It's all about entering the market at the perfect and opportune time so you can maximize your profits, okay, and minimize your losses. Okay, so knowing the candlesticks will help us better know when to enter and exit. Okay, because sometimes you can stay in a trade too long where you aren't profiting, you stay in it too long, and now your profits become losses because you did not take profit or because you didn't know when to get out the market. Okay, so in other words, this will help you act differently in the market and make money following the smart guy's footprints. The candlestick patterns that I'm going to show you here are the most important patterns that you will find in the market. In this chapter, I'm not going to show you how to trade them because that will be explained in details in the further chapters, okay? What we want to do is focus on the anatomy, the anatomy of the pattern, and the psychology behind why they form, okay? Because this will help you get to the skill of identifying easily any pattern you find in the market and understand what it tells you to do next. If you can get this skill, you will be ready to understand and master the trading strategies that we're going to learn. What's that? We are learning about the candlestick patterns in trading so we can become more successful traders. Okay. This filter is inspired by you. All right, so the engulfing bar candlestick pattern. Okay, this is very important. Okay, so this is an example of a bearish engulfing bar. Okay, so what this means is you're going to have you have one bar where the price is going up, and then you have another bar where the price is coming down. Okay, and what makes it bearish and engulfing is that the second candle opened and closed lower than the first one. Okay, so it engulfed. It like took over the first candlestick. Okay, so when you're doing your homework, right, you're going to, so let me put this up. Okay, so here, right, if I wanted to find a bearish engulfing, again, if we go back to that green candle in the middle, you'll see the next candle beside it was red, and it basically was bigger than the opening close, so it engulfed it. Okay.
Is it good now?
Okay, in case of a bearing engulfing bar, the pattern tells us that basically the sellers are in control of the market. Okay, when this pattern occurs at the end of an uptrend, okay, the buyers are being engulfed by the sellers. Okay, so for this example, as you can see, the price is going up. The white bar indicates that the price is going up, right? When it gets to the top, you have that real little candle, right? And then what happens? You have a big candle that opens going down. Okay, so that was a bearish engulfing bar. Okay. Again, as you can see, this price action pattern occurs in the uptrend. Okay, we can anticipate a trend reversal because the buyers are still in control of the market. The sellers are trying to push the market to go down. You can't trade any bearish candlestick patterns you found on your chart. You'll need other technical tools, okay? So just because it opens up like that doesn't necessarily mean that ew.
That was a Dorito.
Oh. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to go in for a sale, but 9 times out of 10 it is, okay?
This is the actual tip.
Okay, next we have, scoot over. I don't want it. Okay, so a bullish engulfing pattern is when the market is in a sale, right? So it would be like a red little candle there, and then when the next price opens, it would be a big green candle, right? So this means that the market is no longer under control of the sellers. The sellers no longer have control of the market, and the buyers are coming in to take control, right? So if you see this means you shouldn't be getting in for a sale. This means you should be getting in for a buy, because the buyers are taking control. Okay? So basically it engulfed the sellers, and the buyers engulfed the sellers here. Okay? Easy peasy. Okay, let's see if we can find one in the chart. Okay, so here's the chart. Let's see if we can find one where it was a little red one and then a big green one. Well, this is probably not a good picture. I'm going to have to go find another picture. Okay, I'm going to be ready for the next time. No, we don't have no bullish engulfing ones here, but we have some bearing engulfing ones. Like right by my picture, it's like a little green one, and then it's a big red one. Okay, that was a bearish engulfing, meaning the sellers came in and took over the market. So the market was going up green, but the sellers came in and took over the market, and they started pushing the market down. Right? Real simple. Okay, next. Okay, here we go. So right here is an example of a bullish engulfing bar. That's what I was looking for, but I couldn't find it. Okay, so it clearly shows us that the market changed directions, right? It was in a sale. The black mean it was in a sale, but the buyers came in and pushed the market up. Okay, the smaller body represents the selling power was covered by the second body where it has buying power. Okay, do not try to trade the market using this price setup alone. Okay, you have to apply some other analysis. However, this just tells you that's what the market is saying to you, okay? What I want you to do, I want you to get the skill of identifying bearish and bullish engulfing bars on your chart, right? So that's going to be our homework. So I'm going to be scanning the market. I'm going to be looking for bullish and bearing candles that look like that, and I'll show the screenshot on part 3 of our training. Okay, if you didn't see training number 1, you need to go back and watch it so you can understand the market better. I'm tired of my people saying, oh no, it looked too hard, oh my gosh, I'm confused. It's just colors and numbers. Okay, tap in and learn it. All right, so next we have, oh, and remember, y'all can get this book for free. It's a free PDF. Go Google Candlestick Trading Bible, and you'll see all the pages without my head right there in the way. Okay, so this is the Doji candlestick pattern. Okay, I was learning this yesterday. Okay, so this is one of the most important candlesticks ever, right? And what does it tell us? It tells us that the buyer nor the seller, this tells us that nobody has, I'm walking around my hood, nobody has control of the market right now, right? That means neither the buyers or the sellers took over the market, right? This means that it's equal power. Okay, so basically the opening price and the closing price is the same. The market might have went up a little bit, it might have went down a little bit, but it's still open and closed at the same part. Okay, and this means 9 times out of 10, the market is about to reverse. Okay, so for example, if you see the little red box right there, and the chart above, the market was testing the previous support level. Okay, the formation of the dragonfly doji with the long tail shows us that there was high buying pressure here. Okay, if you can identify this candlestick pattern on your chart, it will help you be able to see where the support and resistance are And that's good, because I always struggle, like, how do you know where support and resistance is? But now I know. Look for a dragonfly doji. Okay. Okay, when it occurs in a downtrend, basically the market is about to reverse and the market is about to go up, right? So you want to go in for a buy. As I always say, you can't trade on candlestick patterns alone, so you need to use some other indicators such as Bollinger Bands, RSI, boring stuff like that. Right, you need to put them on too to help you know what's going on with the market. Okay, next we have, baby, come here. Okay, so now this one, I think we already did this one, but I can't tell. Yeah, we did that one. Okay, so yeah, we came to the end of our lesson. Okay, and so the homework for today. So the homework for today's activity is to look for engulfing patterns. So you want to look for a bullish and a bearing engulfing candle, right? Either one where you have a little one and it opens up big, or you have a big one and it opens up little. Okay. So we're going to be looking for bullish and bearing engulfings. Okay, and we want to look for the doji dragonfly, right, to see if when and where did it indicate that the market was changing directions. Okay, so I'll see y'all next time. I hope y'all get your homework in and done. I hope y'all learn these candlesticks, because it's going to greatly maximize our profits and our success in the market. Okay, so make sure you tap in. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully we can get in 2 sessions, part 3 and part 4 tomorrow. Okay, so toodles.